Here's a quick video on some broad thoughts on criticism in YouTube comments. So basically, when you get people criticizing your YouTube videos, and these are some thoughts from the other channel I had and the other channel I have, and basically what I've learned from doing that, and what criticism I basically take into account, what I consider legitimate. And I kind of break them down into three types. The one is people don't even like your videos. The second is people are criticizing quirks. And the third is, I don't want to just call it legitimate criticism, but I guess I'll say criticism from people who actually like your videos. So the first is basically people who will say your videos are boring, your voice is stupid, this topic's dumb. Just they criticize your topic, they criticize your style of videos, they criticize you, and that kind of stuff is, I think it's basically worth throwing out the window because those are people who aren't even there for your type of video. Chances are, like, if you're doing a video on a certain topic and they happened across it, like, they don't like your style and like they're never going to like it. Like by trying to appeal to that person, you're going to distance a lot of people who like your videos anyways. So like I'll get comments on some of the videos on my other channel of people saying, well, these are really boring, or you should have used music, or they need to be more flashy. And I just know that's not the style of video I'm going for. Um, the second type of criticism is when people will kind of criticize like your accent or little quirks you have and maybe the way you talk or the way you edit videos. And this is something I've gotten a little bit of, but I'll see it a lot with other creators that I like. And I'm always hoping they don't give in to the criticism. For the most part, I think there's some times where it's legitimate, but a lot of times I think that's a part of a creator's charm is the weird little things they'll do. I always think of Top 15s, and Chill is the guy who ran that channel, and he had a really unique way of speaking, a really weird inflections in his voice. But I thought it was great for the content he did, and he would always get criticisms for it, and thankfully he never changed it because I think it was part of his charm. Now, one area where I used to get it is when I was younger, I had this YouTube channel where I did Transformers stuff about action figures. And figures is one of the words I would always mispronounce. I used to call them action figures, which sounds weird now to even say, but I finally got someone correcting me on that. They were like, for the love of God, stop calling them figures. It's figures. And that was just something where I looked at it and I'm like, yeah, I want to know how to pronounce this right. That's just, I don't know, it's not like a charming quirk. I mean, maybe to someone it is, but to me that was worth changing. And I very deliberately practiced saying it the right way. And I think that was worth it. But I think that's a little bit more of a toss up is sometimes people's quirks and charms are kind of annoying, and I think especially if it's a forced charming aspect of someone's character or a forced quirk of their editing quality, and if people are criticizing that, then that might be worth taking out. And then the third one is just legitimate constructive criticism coming from your fans. So I came across this recently on my channel, is basically I've been trying to learn programming, but I'm still trying to get lots of videos out. So I know the videos I've been doing have been kind of rushed, and they haven't been up to snuff of my previous videos. And I got this comment from one guy who basically confirmed that. He was like, hey, I usually love your videos, but I'm going to be honest, this felt lackluster. And my takeaway from this was like, I looked at the guy's comment history on the channel, and this was the only comment he left. So the way I read that was he might be someone who watches my videos a lot, but just doesn't ever comment, and he felt strongly enough about this to leave me a little comment. And I replied to him and basically said, yeah, things have been rushed lately, and you're right. I think this video, wasn't up to par, and I thanked him for it. And he even replied back to me. So I take that as, he's someone who really likes the channel, he likes the videos, and he doesn't want to see them decline. Or he just thought this one was crappy. And like I can't, of course it hurts to get any kind of criticism. I think that's just a natural instinct, but I try to embrace it as best I can because I really do think it's good to have. Uh, what I worry about is continually doing something wrong and having no one tell me what I'm even doing. And I appreciate comments like this. I always hope when I say that to critics that they aren't like, oh, he's just saying he appreciates it to sound good. Because I genuinely do appreciate it. I want that criticism. I want to know from people who like what I'm going for, from people who have the same goal, what I could be doing to make the videos better or how I'm failing to deliver. Like I said, it's very different from that first type of criticism. Those people aren't even your customer. I mean, if you listen to those people, you would distance the people who liked what you're doing. But it is sort of about finding that line of where are the people who are giving legitimate criticism, who also kind of know what they're talking about. Because I guess I'll add on just a bonus point is one of the things is if your videos are bad or they're getting worse, and not every viewer might not be able to pinpoint that. So they might give you a pointer because they genuinely think they're getting worse and they think they're giving good advice or giving good feedback, but they don't exactly know what they're talking about. I think a good example of this is like the Star Wars prequels, where everyone would criticize Jar Jar Binks, that character, because he's really, it's apparent he's really obnoxious and annoying. But under the surface, there were all these other problems with everything else in the movie that people can't point to, and it's like more like subconscious stuff. And that's the only thing they know of. So it's like by correcting that error, you're not going to fix everything. But usually if people are complaining about something, it very least means you got to be looking to correct something. And I don't think you should ever take that criticism from fans lightly. Maybe they're wrong. Maybe you're going in a different direction and they just don't like it. Maybe they've gotten spiteful about something. But as a rule of thumb, I think that's definitely worth taking into account.